Hello, and welcome to the Butts County Airport Initiative's presentation, Understanding Aviation from an Economic Position. If you would like the full presentation experience, please stop this video now and transition on our website to the Georgia Airports Mean Business video. Hello again, my name is John Carter and I will be your presenter for this presentation. If you have opted for the full presentation experience, then you have just completed the Georgia Airports Mean Business video. This video is published and produced by the Department of Transportation and is a great tool for laying the groundwork and basic understanding that airports have had on Georgia. As we look towards building an airport in Jackson or in Butts County, we want to talk about a few things. Currently there are 107 airports in Georgia. Could Butts County be 108? In order to do that, we would have to beat Griffin to the punch. They are currently in the land development and land acquisition process. But in order to get an airport, it's as simple as an 8-step process. The 8-step process is set forth by the Department of Transportation's Aviation Division. First on this process is obtaining an official airport sponsor. Currently we have businesses and individuals in support of this project, but we do not have an official airport sponsor. Step 2 in this process is the completion of a feasibility study. Does Butts County need an airport? Do we meet the requirements? Would there be a positive economic impact? Step 3 of the 8-step process is GSASP and NPIAS approval. In short, this stands for Georgia and National Approval of the desired need for an airport. Currently, Butts County is identified by the state of Georgia as meeting this requirement, and 90% of the time the federal government follows the state suit. Step 4 is a site selection study. Where would the airport go? Step 5 is facility planning. Now that you know where it would go, what impact it would have, you've been identified by the state, that sponsor then decides what kind of facility you're going to have. Step 6 is local government planning. We need an airport authority. You approach the state legislature and they approve an airport authority. And then at that point in time, the official airport sponsor hands off any and all work to the airport authority. Step 7 is the environmental impact assessment. This decides what is going to be the impact of the surrounding environment, the local community, by having the airport. And last but not least, break ground and actually develop the airport. It seems simple. 8 steps to receive a great facility for Butts County. But Butts County can fill a void. If you study this map for a few moments, you'll notice that there are 3 underserved areas in the state of Georgia. One is down by the Florida border, and it is a huge circle that actually extends into Florida. The second is below Columbus, Georgia, on the Alabama border, and it extends into Georgia and Alabama. The largest of these 3 circles surrounds Butts County, directly in the middle of the state. Every orange dot represents an airport. Every green dot represents a commercial airport, and every blue dot represents a commercial industrial airport. So let's look at this. This meets the Step 3 requirements we previously spoke of being identified by the state as an underserved area. Let's look at this map a little harder. Here it is, overlaid with a Georgia aviation map. The blue dot on the right represents the center of Jackson. As you can see, this circle is to scale on both maps. This is the underserved area. Butts County is very central to this and also is completely underserved. The second white dot added is going to be the location of the new Griffin Airport, and as you can see, it does not change the location or the scope of the circle enough to say that we are still underserved. So let's talk some numbers. What is the overall economic impact of having an airport, and how could we use it to better promote Butts County? In 2011, Georgia airports generated $62.6 billion in total economic impact. This is a great tool used by Georgia to promote commercial industries coming to Georgia. In 2011, $17.8 billion was in payroll just on airport jobs. In 2011, that was 471,000 jobs with an average pay of $37,783 a year. This is $15,000 higher than the average median income for Butts County. In addition to this, $136 billion in tax-related services added to Georgia's general fund. Let's take a moment and look at another airport that's close by. Thomaston, not too far away, but very difficult to get in and out of. Thomaston is a Level 3 airport. It currently has 57 on-airport jobs, and in 2011, those 57 jobs generated $1.874 million in payroll. And those on-airport facilities, not the facilities across the street, but those facilities generated $5.827 million in output. As we look further, business location factors. These are the top 10 business location factors as identified by a 2010 Business Use Survey. Butts County currently has 3 of these. We have convenient highway access, we have quality of life, and we have tax incentives that our county commissioners implemented in July of 2012. The more of these that we can have, the better off Butts County is in attracting new business. We are always working on 2, available trained workforce and an urban business district. Our urban business district is currently being expanded each day, and new businesses are courted often. The available trained workforce, we're in close enough proximity to Griffin Tech, Gordon, and Mercer University in Henry County where we could have a quickly trained workforce available to any business coming in. 6 and 10, commercial service airport and a general aviation airport. Now while these 2 sound similar, they are different, but they are also very similar. A commercial service airport would be one that serves commercial traffic only and really is a hub for freight and supplies. A general aviation airport, like number 10, is more like your small Cessnas, which also can have a commercial aspect to them, flying business owners here and there. As you can see, if we had an airport in Butts County, we now meet 7 of the 10 requirements that business location factors would be a benefit to Butts County. What is the local economic potential for attracting an airport in Butts County? Attract new businesses, such as UPS, FedEx. We could promote our local attractions like Jackson Lake, High Falls, Indian Springs, the oldest state park in the United States. We could expand current business opportunities, businesses coming in, going out. We could expand our law enforcement. We could possibly have an air ambulance patient transfer. And of course, with an airport, you also offer flight training. Let's take a moment and look at a visiting commercial aircraft. The pictured picture is a King Air 200, a common business aviation, general aviation aircraft. As this plane arrives here in Butts County, the passengers of that car are going to rent cars. They're going to need to be able to get where they need to go for that day for that business meeting. There actually will be a second car because the flight crew on general does not travel with the passengers. All of the people that traveled that day will need food, spending dollars in our county. And the flight crew will be looking for something to do while they're here. They could work out at a local gym, go to a movie theater, or go bowling. Before they leave, the aircraft will be fueled, providing tax dollars to the county. And any catering will be bought locally and restocked on the airplane. And all of this leads back to the reason for the visit. Did they expand their business while they were here? Did they visit a new industry? Were they coming to find out if Butts County is the place they need to invest? Let's take a look at the potential incoming businesses. As we just mentioned, that commercial aircraft needed to rent a car. So we could have a new rental car company come to Butts County. There could be a hotel motel expansion in order to service the traveling people coming through our airport. We would actually have a reason to use our conference center. We could be a potential freight hub versus Macon or Atlanta, keeping commercial traffic out of the interstate system in Atlanta or Macon. Also, the air traffic not having to use the Atlanta or Macon air system. And we could potentially attract a warehouse company and utilize the 298 acres, the Riverview Business Park, that's owned by the Industrial Development Authority here in Butts County. So where are we in the process? Well, currently, we are in the process of obtaining public support. We have launched our Facebook page, facebook.com, Butts County Airport, and we have also launched our website, buttscountyairport.com. We are also searching for the official sponsor, a collaborative group with the ability and knowledge to execute and inform further than just this initiative. And the big thing that's standing in our way is the feasibility study. The cost of the feasibility study is estimated to be between $20,000 and $50,000. But what would it determine? The feasibility would determine the demand and need for a general aviation or commercial use airport in our county. It would identify and catalog all costs required to meet the FAA standards for a community airport. It would provide a cost versus benefit to surrounding communities. It would identify the users of the airport and the broad reachabilities of that airport. And then finally, it would summarize the layout and overall need and purpose for an airport in Butts County. So what comes from a feasibility study? It provides commitment to the project and across-the-board support. And it would also forecast the potential economic improvement to the county. Here's the huge kicker. The study is reimbursable once we finally obtain federal and state funding. Frequently asked questions and some myths. How much does it cost? Currently, Griffin is in the process of budgeting their airport. They have budgeted $100 million to build their new airport. 90% of this is federal funded, 5% of it is state funded, and 5% of it is the city and county. So that means they're getting a $100 million facility for $5 million. Spalding County took an extra step and tried to pass in the T-SPLOST $14 million for facilities improvement on the airport. This did not pass, so currently they are stuck trying to acquire land for their airport. Well, how much land is needed, you ask? Thomaston's airport is built on 230 acres, and similar airports around the state are on similar type plots. So who do we need to contact? We need to remain in contact with us as the Butts County Airport Initiative, local businesses, the county commissioners, and all three city entities inside Butts County. If you have questions, please take the time to go to our comment section on our website and send us a question. You can also visit us on Facebook, and we welcome any question or comment you have. Finally, we'd like to end with a small, brief video, and we'd like for you to know that airports work everywhere that they're intended to go. Please smile with us as we watch Mel Gibson and Robert Downey Jr. take a plane and land it on a mountainside in Laos.
Well, I gotta record it. Gotta lighten up on that stick coming for landing. Landing where? I guess I better show you. Show me what? Landing where? Oh, come on! It's not a strip, that's a mountain. Pretty full flat, 3 cranks. These don't do this.
As you can see, no matter where the airport goes, it'll provide a smile and an economic boost. We thank you for taking the time today to visit with us and to hear about the Butts County Airport Initiative and the possible economic impact that it could have. Please take the time to contact us on Facebook and like our page, or fill out our contact form and show your support on our supporters list.